Hey everyone, today's video is all about the Pinery Market in Grand Bend, Ontario, where we did some thrifting. So let's get into this. So last summer, Sugarberry and myself, Prime, we decided to go visit the Pinery Market in Grand Bend, Ontario. Sugarberry already talked a bit about the Pinery Market in the previous video. I'm a bit late, I apologize. But I just want to talk a bit about what the Pinery Market is. It's open just outside of Grand Bend from May to October, usually from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays. There's lots of parking there, which means there's lots of people there. So if you go in the summer when all the tourists are there, it can be a bit crazy. It's a bit more quieter in the fall, maybe at the beginning, but definitely the fall. It's a bit more quieter there. It's basically an outdoor flea market. There are a lot of different vendors that come in and sell their treasures and stuff they want to sell and get rid of. But they also have a lot of food vendors there. Not just, pop, chips, pizza, but like live cooked food there. All kinds of stuff there. It's really hard to explain everything there. If you're ever in the area, I do recommend going there. And today's video is all about what I got from the Pinery Market, and I hope to be going back there sometime this summer or fall. So the first toy that I got from the Pinery Market comes from the year 1994 from Galoob Toys from MicroMachines. The Darth Vader Playset. A little bit about Darth Vader. A lot of people already know Darth Vader from being so famous in Star Wars. Just in case you're not familiar with Star Wars, let me just talk a little bit about Darth Vader as a character. He did appear as Anakin Skywalker in episodes 1, 2, and 3, and also in the Clone Wars TV series. And then as Darth Vader, at the end of episode 3, he has a big fight between him and his master Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and from that fight he's badly wounded, and the dark side of the Force brings him back to life, but into this suit that helps him breathe as Darth Vader. And Darth Vader has appeared in all 3 of the original Star Wars movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6, in the Kenobi series, in the Rebels series, in lots of different comic books and video games, and he's just everywhere. Darth Vader is also known to be one of the most iconic villains in sci-fi history, if you ask me. When I was talking about Doctor Doom, I mentioned him as a Marvel's version of Darth Vader, right? And so, yeah, he's not one you want to mess with. Originally, the Darth Vader playset came with a Stormtrooper, Darth Vader himself, a spaceship, Lando, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca with C-3PO. So with the playset, it actually opens up, so it's not just Darth Vader's face, right? You take the playset and you take your finger and you can open it from the top down. And then there's a platform here that opens like that. And then in the middle here, you can move the carbonite up like that. And the carbonite here, but that is from The Empire Strikes Back when Han Solo was captured and stuck in the carbonite. And so you can see here, it's right there. And so this is a playset. It kind of reminds you of like the actual base for where Darth Vader is from. As you can see, there's the platform, and then there's the window, and there's a latch, a cable right here. And from the latch, you can see here, if you press it, it'll move back and forth. So while looking on eBay to see how much it costs, lowest and highest, the lowest I could find between $7 and $8, and it was just basically this. And the highest I could find was $126.23 in the box itself.
Get ready for the adventure of a lifetime with MicroMachines Star Wars transforming action sets.
Just like in the movies.
With Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and all the MicroMachines Star Wars figures.
It's Darth Vader! I will freeze your body in carbonite forever, Han Solo. Not so fast. You're next, Luke Skywalker.
Star Wars action!
May the Force be with you.
Think big, play small. MicroMachines, new Star Wars transforming action sets, each sold separately. You put them together, new from MicroMachines.
The next toy comes from the year 1994 from Applause Toys from Star Trek Next Generation, Geordi LaForge, and he's about 10 inches tall. Geordi LaForge is an engineer on the Enterprise in Star Trek The Next Generation, which he was on the show, and then all the Star Trek movies that came out from the TV series, all 4. And he also appeared on Star Trek Picard as well. If you're familiar with Star Trek, you know that Geordi LaForge has a visor. He actually replaces them with newer technology that doesn't replace his eyes, but allows him to see. There's cybernetic eyes, basically. One fun fact that probably a lot of people don't know, even maybe hardcore Star Trek fans may not know, is his visor is actually an acronym, which means Visual Instrument and Sight Organ Replacement.
The information from Geordi's visor is so complex it is difficult to encode. Therefore, the signal breaks down easily.
Can you filter out the extraneous information?
No, I get it all simultaneously.
But it's just a jumble. How can you make head or tail of that?
I select what I want and then disregard the rest.
But how is that possible?
Well, how in a noisy room can you select one specific voice or sound?
Of course. Something you learn.
Exactly.
If you would have got this toy back in 1994, he would have came with what you see here and a plastic bag that he would have came in. A little bit about the toy I have here. He's been pretty good shape. There's a couple scratches. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's a scratch right there. A couple scratches actually, if you look at it on the screen there, and a couple more scratches on the leg, a couple different scratches. There's not really that posable of a character to begin with. He can't move his legs or anything, so he was probably just like thrown into a box, or maybe thrown down the stairs or whatever by whoever had him before. I don't know, but he got those scratches somehow. But besides that, he looks good on the shelf. I mean, he's giant compared to all the other Star Wars and Star Trek toys because they're so tiny, right? But yeah, he is a good addition to the collection for sure. When looking on eBay, the cheapest I could find was $10 for at the lowest, and the highest I could find was $39.99 in the packaging. And the last toy that I got from the Pinery Market, he was released by Playmates in the year 1988. Donatello from the Ninja Turtles. A little bit about Donatello. He is one of the 4 Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo, or Mikey, which I did just not that long ago, a video just about Mikey. And I do talk about the other Ninja Turtles a bit in there, so check it out. Also, there's Raphael and Leonardo. And Donatello, he is the brains of the team, especially when it comes to technology. He's always wanting to invent things. Even in the movie, they had him an inventor, and he actually had glasses. And I think some of the shows that was the same way as well. But yeah, he is the brains and the IT guy, I guess you could say, of the team of Ninja Turtles. Donatello is also referred to as Don or Donnie.
Ah, there. It's finally finished.
This must be quite an exciting moment, Donatello.
Donatello's weapon of choice is the bow staff. And in toy, if you would have got him, he would have came with a bow staff and also a couple other items of weapons he would have had. That was an orange. You can see on the screen there. And he would have came with a black belt. And it would have had a D for Donnie. Just like Michelangelo, where he had an M for Mikey or Michelangelo. And he's in overall pretty good shape. There's no melted plastic, or he's not missing any body parts at all. Not been chewed at all. He's a hard head one version and not soft head, but there's a couple scratches like on his chest there. Not sure if you can see it or not. And the toy itself, like, it's pretty detailed. Like, it actually shows his veins. Look, you can see there, there's the veins on his arm. Just shows that he's super strong. Plus being having a brain for IT and creating things, so that's good. Breaks the stereotype.
Donnie, what are the odds of us surviving?
0.0003%.
When I looked him up online on eBay, the cheapest and most expensive I could find was $9 US, and that's without the accessories.
Enter the rat, top and each the ninja art. Donatello, master of the staff.
Well guys, that was a wrap. Thank you for joining in my travels to the Pinery Market. I really challenge you to go there, get some food, find some vintage toys, and just have a blast. I know Sugarberry and myself, we loved it there. And hopefully I can meet you guys there at the Pinery Market. Until then, that's just Prime.